can never underestimate ancient rivalries. For example, maybe like China and Japan, and maybe like the endless axe to grind or chicken about the British Raj. And if politicians in Australia that you can leave that all at the door, then either they're not living in the real world, surely they can't be that naive or inept about the world to think that you can ignore and get away with that type of thinking for so long. But sooner or later, reality's gonna come up and bite you in the ass, which is what we may have seen recently in Australia. Now they're talking about banning symbols or flags and that. Look, is that a good idea? Will it just send people underground? Don't you want those people waving those flags so you know exactly who they are? What about the Australian flag? I haven't heard the current government, unless I've missed it, say anything about the desecration of the flag, or if you burn the flag, well, that's a removable offence. So instead of to blame everyone else, until Australian politicians own up to what they may have done and start making some real changes, Australia's future may look grim. As I said on the channel before, I'm a pro-immigration guy. I believe Australia should have more immigration. Citizenship is... What else is happening in Australia? Are they still going to come for Australian super? Are they going to try and put everyone's super into their green projects? The horrible part of that, if they do it, if they mandate that Australian super funds have to invest into renewable projects, or so-called renewable projects, then in the future those projects won't be able to fall over. Otherwise everyone may lose their super, or a big chunk of it. So government subsidies, or what they're getting, may have to stay on there or increase. And then I hope the Australian media does their job and really hold the government and all politicians their feet to the fire over these expenses. That is just out of control. If you want to be a politician, be a politician. And when I look to leadership from the Prime Minister on this, what do we get? What do we get? At the end of the day, when you look at everything these governments are doing, if you're an Australian, does your government, the current government, hate you?